There are way too many occasions where slippery surfaces will hinder your progress in Tears of the Kingdom. Longtime Breath of the Wild players know all about the struggle that is climbing during rainy weather. But now, even inside caves, you will time and time again come across damp, slippery surfaces that you simply can't climb, unless you have the Froggy Suit and the slip resistance it provides. When wearing the armor, you'll slip far less frequently compared to normal. So today I will break down the long, multi-part potential Princess Sightings side adventure. Once completed, you will be rewarded with the full Froggy Suit. But that's not the end of this video. I will also provide locations for every material needed to fully upgrade the Froggy Suit from the Great Fairy. This is important because the Froggy Suit provides an absolutely crucial set bonus when upgraded to level 2. The ability to be completely slip-proof when climbing a wet surface. That means never slipping down a wet surface no matter what. Trust me, that's an ability you'll want to have in your back pocket when exploring Hyrule here in Tears of the Kingdom. Let's not waste any more time and get right into it. Let's begin with the potential Princess Sightings side adventure. The side adventure begins when you visit the Lucky Clover Gazette, which is located just east of Rito Village. Speak to Tracy and Penn inside to trigger the side adventure. Speak to Penn outside and he will fly off to a stable in the distance. This is also the start of the series of side adventures that will unlock the 4 Great Fairy Fountains, which is needed to upgrade the Froggy Suit we unlock in today's video. If you need help unlocking the Great Fairy Fountains, check out my other video where I fully detail that entire process. You can find a link in the video description. Potential Princess Sightings is broken down into 12 smaller side adventures, one for each stable in the game. Indeed, we will be traveling to each of the 12 stables in the game. At each of them, speak to Penn to trigger the side adventure. Once all 12 are completed, you will unlock the Froggy Suit. You'll also be paid pretty handsomely in rupees along the way, which is a nice bonus. Let's begin by heading over to Woodland Stable, which can be found here. Speak to Penn, who is having a conversation with Mastro and Violin. These musicians are a part of the Stable Trotters, a group that plays beautiful music at each stable in Hyrule. To complete this side adventure, Serenade to a Great Fairy, we'll need to deliver them to the nearby Fairy Fountain, where they will put on a show and awaken the Great Fairy. Before we could do that, we need to fix Breezer, the band's beloved wagon. Luckily, there are some wheels nearby. Carefully place 2 wheels onto the wagon with Ultra Hand. Speak with Mastro, and they will get into the wagon. In order to deliver the wagon to the Fairy Fountain, you need a horse and a harness. If you don't have a horse, you can find some wild horses near the Woodland stable beside Pico Pond. Simply sneak or run up to one, jump on with A, and mash the L button to soothe it. Once soothed, you could bring it to a stable and register the horse for 20 rupees. You'll receive 2 pony points as well. We also need a harness, which could be unlocked by collecting 3 pony points. You can get that 3rd pony point by visiting another stable and speaking with the dude at the front desk, or you can sleep in the regular bed at the Woodland stable for 20 rupees. With 3 pony points in hand, go to the pony points ledger in the stable to receive your harness. Speak to the front desk again and take out your horse. Change equipment and select the towing harness. Now we could fuse the towing harness with the wagon and bring the band over to the nearby Great Fairy Fountain. Once you reach the top of the hill, a cutscene will begin, and Great Fairy Terra will be freed. The Serenade to a Great Fairy side adventure will be complete, and you can begin to upgrade some of your gear, but you won't be able to fully upgrade your equipment until you find all 4 Great Fairies. Like I said before, that's another video. Check that one out if you want to find the other 3 Great Fairies, But for now, we've finished the first of 12 potential Princess Sightings side adventures. Next, we need to head to Snowfield Stable, which is located here. Speak to Penn, who is interviewing Harlow. Princess Zelda's beloved golden horse has vanished and we need to find it. Luckily, it hasn't gone too far. We just need to head north to this spot here. Just follow these ruins and at the end you'll find the beautiful horse. Now, you might run into a Frostgleok on the way. This thing is an absolute beast and very tough if you're low on health and powerful weapons. You could take it down now, but for the sake of this side adventure, it is totally avoidable. Just run around it and stay out of its line of sight, and you should get to the golden horse soon enough. Get onto it, mash the L button, and enjoy riding one of the best horses in the entire game. Speak to Harlow while on horseback, and you will complete the side adventure. The best part? You could register this horse and keep it forever. I am so happy they let you register this thing and keep it. It has some absolutely beastly stats, looks awesome, and controls great, which is saying a lot as the horse controls in this game are absolute booty at times. Enjoy the new golden horse. Next up is Dueling Peak Stable, which is located here. Climb on top of the stable to find Penn looking into the distance. Apparently the Yiga clan has kidnapped Princess Zelda, and we need to go rescue her. That's right, the Yiga clan is the final boss in Tears of the Kingdom. She can be found at this spot here at the actual Dueling Peaks. She's trapped in a cage, so use Ultra Hand to get her out. And I can't believe it, it was a trap all along. The Yiga clan attacks you, so take them all out, which isn't hard at all. You'll complete the Princess Zelda Kidnap side adventure, and we can head over to the next stable. And that next stable is Outskirt Stable, which you will find right here. Speak to Penn, who is interviewing a young fellow that claims to have heard a woman begging for help. Head to the nearby intersection to find the frightened woman. She'll point you in the direction you need to head to next. Weirdly enough, that direction is down a road full of enemies we need to fight. So take them out and continue to head down the road. You'll find the woman again. Now she wants you to climb up to the top of a cliff. Do what she says and you'll find her again at the top of that cliff. Now we need to glide across this gap here to the Great Plateau. You'll find the woman again, and surprise, surprise, she's a Yiga in disguise. Beat up the Yiga that ambush you to complete this side adventure. Head over to the Highland stable, which can be found here. Speak to Penn and he tells you there is a strange voice that can be heard at night at Hyrule Plain to the northwest. Make sure it's nighttime and speak to Penn again. He'll guide you in the direction of the voice. You'll see a well on your map and that's where the voice is coming from. Jump down and you'll find a girl at the bottom of the well. Turns out it was all just a big misunderstanding. Side adventure complete. Next, head to Tabantha Bridge Stable, which is located here. Speak to Penn and we'll learn that a bunch of white goats from the stable have gone missing. Speak to Chork and we learn his recipe given to him by Princess Zelda blew away in the wind. Basically, to get to the bottom of this, we need to follow the path of pine cones nearby. Just follow them down the road one by one. Eventually, you'll be led to this location, where both the white goats and Zelda's recipe can be found. We are exactly halfway done. 6 side adventures down, 6 to go. Head to Wetland Stable next, which is located here. Speak to Penn, and he'll point you in the direction of Isra, who is near the water. Apparently, Princess Zelda stole his tools, and he needs to have his tools.
I have to have my tools!
We basically need to head down the river, but it's quite a fair distance away. Fill the boat with a fan, a control stick, and don't forget to attach that big battery. Then it's a simple ride down the river like this. We meet Magda at the end, and it turns out it was all just a big misunderstanding. She needed the tools for Princess Zelda's plant sanctuary and forgot to return them after the princess mysteriously vanished and was presumed dead. Whoops! Side adventure complete. Next, head to the Riverside stable located here. Penn is hanging out by a tree near the stable. Speak to him and then go talk to Goddard. He's waiting for some people to cross the bridge nearby, but they haven't yet. Time to investigate. Head to the nearby Woodland bridge, and on the other side in the woods, you'll find Agus, who is starving. We need to help him by providing him with a specific cooked meal. The recipe can be found in the recipe book nearby. It's a meat and rice bowl. The ingredients are Hylian rice, raw meat, and rock salt. These are pretty common materials, so you may already have them in your inventory. In fact, I already had a cooked meat and rice bowl and simply handed it over to complete the side adventure. But if you need the ingredients, it's easy to find them all. You can get raw meat by hunting a boar. They are easily found in the forest where Agus is located. You can get Hylian rice by buying off the beetle at the Riverside stable. And rock salts are found in ore deposits, which are common in any cave or well. Whistling Hill Cave is just a short distance west from the stable, and you should be able to find an ore deposit containing a rock salt inside. Or you could buy it from the shop in Goron City. Once you have all 3 ingredients, simply cook them to get the meat and rice bowl meal we're looking for. Hand it over to Agus, and you'll complete this side adventure. Next, we need to head to South Akkala Stable, located here. This is a weird one. Speak to Penn and he'll refer you to a talking cuckoo that lives at the top of the hill. Go speak to it and you'll be challenged to get to the top of the stable's head within 45 seconds. Simply glide down and use Ascend under the horse's chin to get there in time. The next trial asks you to get 3 logs and deliver them to the cuckoo. Cut down 3 trees, attach the logs together with Ultra Hand, and bring them up the hill to the cuckoo. We find out the talking cuckoo has been a fraud the whole time. I can't believe it. Those damn Yiga are behind this travesty. They ambush you, so defeat them, and this side adventure is now complete. Just 3 more to go. Head to the Foothill stable next, located here. I know the last side adventure was weird, but that was nothing compared to this one. Speak to Penn, and you'll learn that Princess Zelda has ordered all members of the Zonai survey team to conduct all research going forward in their underwear. Nothing unusual about that. Totally normal Zelda behavior right there. The men in underwear are at the monster den up the road, so let's go there and investigate. Look at this. I can't believe Nintendo got away with an E for everyone rating for this game. Anyways, these dudes will only let Link pass if he strips down to his underpants. Head inside, and basically we need to fight a wave of enemies with none of our equipment. It's not too difficult, just be aware that with no armor on, these guys can take some meaty chunks out of your life bar with a single hit. Try to isolate one from the group, and pick off each enemy one at a time. Be sure to make use of all your abilities, fuse your weapon with a boulder to break armor, and inflict big damage. Before long, the forces will be defeated. Head back to the entrance and speak to the underwear guys. You'll get your equipment back and you can head back to the stable. Speak to Penn, and you'll find out it was all just a big misunderstanding. Princess Zelda isn't a big perv. She said to explore all other paths, not explore in your underpants. Tremendous. How did they think of this one? The side adventure is now complete, and we have 2 more to go. Next, head to the Gerudo Canyon stable, which can be found here. Speak to Penn, who is hanging out beside the well. Jump down and destroy the rocks. You'll run into some fairly powerful enemies. Defeat them all, and Penn will call out for you. You successfully unblock the well, and this side adventure is complete. For the 12th and final side adventure for today, we need to head to the new Serene stable, which is located here. Speak to Penn, and he tells you there's a beast of some kind in the south. We actually need to head to a spot near the Lakeside stable, which is located here. Once there, head east, and you'll find Shay. Speak with him, and he'll tell you about the unusual animal he's been scouting. He'll point out the Don on the other side of the gap. Glide across and speak to Seema, and she'll tell you more about the Dons. And just like that, Penn flies in, and you've completed the 12th and final side adventure for today. Head back to the Lucky Clover Gazette where this whole thing started, and speak to Tracy. She'll hand you the Froggy Hood, potential Princess Sightings is now complete, and you have access to the full Froggy Suit. Once equipped, we'll have some slip resistance, and that's nice and all, but we want to be fully slip proof. So now all that's left to do is find the materials needed to upgrade our Froggy sleeve, leggings, and hood at a Great Fairy Fountain. Almost every piece of gear in Tears of the Kingdom can be upgraded 4 times, with the cost becoming steeper and steeper each time you level up. There is also a special set bonus that can be unlocked when all 3 pieces of gear that make up a set are upgraded to level 2. In the case of the Froggy Set, upgrading the sleeve, leggings, and hood all to level 2, and then equipping all 3 pieces of armor, will grant you the set bonus of Slip Proof. This means you can climb up any slippery surfaces without ever slipping like rain and ice. Upgrading gear to level 3 or 4 won't unlock any more special abilities, but they will increase the gear's defense stat. So I'd recommend at least upgrading your gear to level 2 to unlock that sweet set bonus. Either way, I'll be showing you the locations of all materials up to level 4. Let's begin with the level 1 upgrade. Each piece of the Froggy Set has the same upgrade requirements: 3 sticky lizards and a payment of 10 rupees to the Great Fairy. So in total, you'll need 9 sticky lizards and 30 rupees to upgrade all 3. 30 rupees is nothing, but that cost is going to increase as we level up the Froggy Set, so if you're low on rupees, you can refer to this video that I just released, showing off a very easy method to make over 4,000 rupees in a single sitting. That video also shows you how to get opals quickly, which will come in handy later. Rupees are definitely important when it comes to upgrading armor, so get used to a route that can get you a bunch of them quickly and easily. More importantly, we need to find 9 sticky lizards. Well, now that I think about it, definitely farm some rupees because Beetle sell sticky lizards at the South Akkala stable for 32 rupees a pop. That means you're going to need 288 rupees to buy the 9 required. You can reset Beetle's inventory by simply sleeping at a faraway location and speaking to him again the next day. To reset the South Akkala Beetle, I fly to Gerudo Village, sleep there until the morning, then warp back and his inventory will be full again. If you're absolutely desperate to get these sticky lizards without spending rupees, you can find 11 of them inside the Sternita Springs Cave, located here. I personally got tired of slowly sneaking around and trying to catch them, so I just bought the remaining ones I needed from Beetle. Either way, it shouldn't take you long to have all the materials required to upgrade your Froggy Set to level 1. Level 2 gets a bit trickier. We need 15 Horriblin horns, 15 sticky lizards, and 150 rupees to upgrade the set to level 2. We already know how to get sticky lizards and rupees, so let's focus on Horriblin horns. Unfortunately, this is where things get difficult. In Tears of the Kingdom, as you progress deeper into the game, complete dungeons, and defeat enemies, the rank of the enemies that populate the game's world go up. Horriblins are commonly found in caves, and you've probably run into a bunch of them already. Towards the beginning of the game, you're more likely to run into the lower ranked variations, either the base or blue versions. Standard Horriblin horns drop when you defeat a regular base level Horriblin, which looks like this with the orange hair. However, as someone that has played this game for over 100 hours by now, finished every dungeon, and defeated tons of enemies as I've encountered them, I'm more likely to find the higher ranked black or silver Horriblins in caves. So depending on your progress through the game, the Horriblin rank you encounter will be different. Sadly, when it comes to finding 15 Horriblin horns, I simply can't point out a location where there is a 100% chance a standard Horriblin will spawn. You'll just have to explore caves on your own and test your luck. Here are a few caves I'd recommend checking out first, as they contain multiple Horriblins. But thankfully, there is one area in the game, as far as I know, that contains a 100% guaranteed spawn of a regular Horriblin. And it is right here, the Desert Coliseum, located in the depths below Gerudo Desert in the southwestern part of the map. If you go to this Coliseum, you will fight the exact same gauntlet of Horriblins every time, which means guaranteed drops for the different colored variations you're looking for. You could fight this Horriblin gauntlet again when a Blood Moon rises, which means you could get as many Horriblin drops as you'd like just fighting this gauntlet over and over. You'll fight 3 base Horriblins, 3 blue Horriblins, 2 black Horriblins, 1 silver Horriblin, and then a final wave featuring 1 of each. For the sake of today's video, that means 4 Horriblin horns, 4 blue Horriblin horns, and 3 black Horriblin horns guaranteed every time you fight this gauntlet. If you aren't able to find any base Horriblins in the various caves in Hyrule, I'm thankful we can at least find a bunch of them here, 100% guaranteed, and return every time there's a blood moon. This is truly where the grind begins, but hey, no one said upgrading all this armor was gonna be easy. Once you get those 15 Horriblin horns, 15 sticky lizards, and 150 rupees, head to a Great Fairy, and you'll be able to upgrade your Froggy Set to level 2, which unlocks the almighty Slip-Proof Set bonus. Congratulations. Time for level 3. This time we need 600 rupees, 15 blue Horriblin horns, and 15 sticky frogs. Unfortunately, we have the same exact problem for blue Horriblin horns as we do the standard Horriblin horns. There's no guaranteed spawn, and if you're deep in the game, they become pretty rare. You'll just have to grind the Desert Coliseum again and again, or get lucky when exploring caves. Thankfully, the sticky frogs aren't so bad. Once again, you could buy them off Beetle. He sells them for 40 rupees each at both the Lakeside stable and the East Akkala stable. Remember, you can refresh his inventory by sleeping at a faraway location until the next morning. You'll need 600 rupees total to buy them all. Unfortunately, I haven't seen too many of these in the wild during my playthrough. There is a guaranteed spawn of one right outside of the Upland Zorana Skyview Tower, but other than that, your best bet is to just pony up the rupees and buy from Beetle. Once you get all the materials needed, you'll be able to level the set up to level 3, increasing the defense of each piece to 12. Not bad at all. Finally, we have the level 4 materials. As you should probably expect, it ain't pretty. You'll need a whopping 1,500 rupees, 15 black Horriblin horns, 30 Horriblin guts, and 30 opals. Oh man. The black Horriblin horns follow the same rules as the standard and blue Horriblin horns we outlined before. Sadly, there's no way to speed that up unless you get lucky with your spawns in caves. However, the Horriblin guts are interesting. They are inconsistent drops from any level of Horriblin, so in that case, you might as well go and explore the caves in Hyrule and absolutely decimate each and every Horriblin you find. Even if the Horriblin is not the color you're looking for, there's at least a chance it'll drop some guts. Finally, we have to find 30 opals. Basically, go and take out the 4 rare Stone Talus mini-bosses, but save up your opals instead of selling them. When I did my run for that video, I ended up with 8 opals after defeating the 4 Stone Talus bosses. Depending on RNG, you could end up with more than that, or less than that. But as far as I know, this is the fastest and easiest way to get lots of opals quickly. All the while, you're stacking up rupees as well. To help with this, keep an eye out for ore deposits in the caves you're searching for Horriblins in. They just might have an opal waiting inside. Eventually, you'll collect enough of each material to fully upgrade your Froggy Suit to level 4, increasing the defense of each piece to 20. Here's a quick summary of the entire loop for fully upgrading the Froggy Suit with locations for each material. It's sadly very RNG dependent, but that's just how this game is sometimes. The key is to be sure you fight the Horriblin Gauntlet and the 4 Rainstone Talus mini-bosses every time a blood moon rises. Kill time between blood moons by searching caves for the Horriblin horns and guts you're looking for, and as long as the RNG gods are on your side, it shouldn't be too much of a grind. And with that, we are going to wrap it up for today. Enjoy never having to deal with stupid slippery rain ruining your climb ever again. If you like this video and want to see more Tears of the Kingdom guides and content, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I have more videos in the works just like this one, where I'll point out the location of rare armor and break down the locations of the materials needed to upgrade the armor. Look forward to more soon, but until next time, thanks so much for watching everyone, and take care.